Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. You may be wondering, Gorata, are you going through a quarter life crisis or not? No, I am undoing my hair, and I figured, hey, why not come on here and talk about my hair journey while I'm at it. So welcome. Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Gorata.Selaledi here, and I'm super excited for this video, and I figured, look, why not spend the day with you, a day in my life type video. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, let me title this video Her Story and talk about her hair, etc., and the journey of living through being an adult African woman with the hair type that we have, etc., etc. But I was like, no man, let me actually do a day in the life of Gorata.Selaledi. Hi there, and welcome to my channel. So today is the 26th. I'm on leave, so I think I usually I have to remind myself, actually, let me not say I lose, but I have to remind myself what day it is, right? So earlier on, I was chatting with my friend. I'm like, yo, friend, should I undo my hair or should I wait until I get the money to do my hair? I mean, I know it's coming, but it's just the thing of, do I wait until it comes? But I'm like, no. So the weather lately, what it's been this side, like right now in October 2023 in Africa, there hasn't been rain, specifically in Gaborone, Botswana. And also, I was just even thinking about it the other day, as like, it hasn't been raining as much as it should at this time of the year. And it's not only just affecting us heat-wise, but it's affecting our country because, like, farmers, and I was talking to my grandma, and what she usually does is plant sorghum. And, ma'am, is it not October and it hasn't rained? Like, I get so frustrated, like, especially when I pray, I'm like, Dad, come on, we need the rain. So if you are at a colder part of the planet, please do stand with us as we stand and pray for rain in season, and good rain at that. I'm stuck there a bit, so I'm going to use my camera as a mirror just so that for continuity. Yeah, if you're wondering, my braid color, or the braid color I used, was, I think, color 33 and color 36. And I think I will also plug the lady who does my hair. I think I'll cut it. I'll plug the lady who does my hair as well. Very, very affordable priced hair, and I know I am rambling, but welcome to this first vloggy, and almost like a sit down. So I was going to say that my hair lady is quite affordable, right? So you do almost butt length braids for like 250, and then you'd spend like 150 on a packet on the braids that you use, depending on how many braids you want. And also, if you want it bulky, less bulky, or even past that length, right? So I've been enjoying that. My little sister plugged me. Those 2Ks will save your life. But just jumping in, I think I rambled into my check-in. I'm grateful for that. And if you're only joining me for the first time, please do hit that subscription button. Click that subscription button and join the tribe. I haven't actually decided on what I am going to call my subscribers. But it will come. The name of the community. I think the name will come. And I always get so excited when people share that they've subscribed, or I see that people have actually subscribed. So I think currently we are at 79. I'll have to check, hey? But we're at 70. We're looking at 100. We're looking at it like this. Looking at it like this. 100 subscribers. Crazy. But I'm excited to see how this journey unfolds. This is still part of the check-in. Let me check in until 8 minutes. So yeah, so I was sharing on my Instagram at Gorata.Selaledi. If you haven't followed or connected with me yet on Instagram, that's where I'm most active outside of my YouTube channel. And I was sharing a reflection to say that of the 4 weeks that I've been in this community on YouTube, I have enjoyed long form content. And I was telling this other young girl I was interviewing for a newsletter at Story Age, I was just telling her how, hey, ma'am, I could literally, if you will have me, speak. And I look forward to the day where I will get paid to speak, right? And I can only imagine, like for this video, it's just thinking in my mind, will anyone hire someone like me? I am literally undoing my hair on video. Hectically wild. But I think it's I don't know, I think that will be tone of voice in terms of my brand overall will carry, I guess, a lot of authenticity, to say that once we've connected and once you've gotten into my space, the only thing I can ever really leave you with is just the true form of who Gorata is. And it would be very, very selfish if at all I leave anything less or anything exaggerated. It's something that I am learning. Oh no, the toothpick, guys, the toothpick. But I have another one, so it's all good, it's so good. To continue with that one, or leave it as is. Okay, anyways, so I think I'm gonna call this video a day in my life. But is it really a day in my life, right? Or her story? I think I'm gonna call it that, and just reflect on my hair journey, right? Still reflecting. I have like 30 more minutes, so I think just as a way of laying foundation for this video, I am gonna reflect on how my relationship with my hair has been over the years, and I think timeline wise, I'm gonna start all the way back from when I was a young girl. So finally, welcome! Welcome to the video. You may be wondering, what are this girl? What's that guy all this time? I'm actually on leave and loving every moment of it. Get to rest, recharge, and go back and drive value. So exciting. So jumping in, right? We're at the 8-minute mark. Jumping in. The hope is to be done. I started, I think, 30 minutes ago. The hope is to be done in the next hour and a half, and I'll keep the momentum even as I share. So my hair story. Wow. So when we were growing up, I think grew up in Piquet. Not much story there. When I was in preschool, I don't remember much in terms of my hair story. And then fast forward to when I was in primary school. Let me put it like that. But I said we because I grew up with two of my aunts. Like, they are like sisters, big sisters to me. I don't even refer to them as aunties anymore because we grew up together. And my hair story also includes them, because what happened to them also happened to me, because we lived together for bulk of the time I was in primary school, right? So at the time, and this is early 2000s, I was in standard 1 in 2001, and over that period, what my granddad would do I think probably the first maybe 4 or 5 years of being in primary school, when the year begins, my granddad will take me and he will make sure when he goes to cut his hair, Gorata is also coming along. She's going to cut her hair as well. Guys, every single year. And that didn't really bother me because I look cute with short hair. And I think it's just a thing of, even at that time, something was happening there, I guess, in terms of developing a relationship with my hair. And I think at that point, if I was to take the lesson there, I really didn't identify or tie anything to the type of hair that I had at the time. And I was just a kid, so makes sense. So growing up then, past standard 1, past standard 4, I think when I got to standard 4, that's when I was like, no, I want to grow my hair. And luckily we had this aunt. I'm realizing I'm actually not wearing my ring. So before I go to bed, I take it off and put it on the bedside. I am actually going to pause this video and I'm gonna go get it. Yeah, I got my rings, my wedding ring, and the ring that I got this ring in Kenya when I traveled during the graduate program. So yeah, so back to it. I look like a crazy woman in this video, you will forgive me, but I shifted the camera as well. So yeah, I was talking about how now when I started doing my hair, etc., we had an aunt, Mama Nitimelo, and funny, or a story that I love is that she actually checked out one of my videos and checked in terms of what her name means to her. So that was a big thing. Thank you so much, Mama. I love you so much. So yeah, so she used to do our hair at the time. So that would look like we relaxing our hair sometimes, and sometimes plaiting our hair. And at the time, when we were in primary school, you weren't allowed to do like singles and stuff. In government school, I went to Ikuting Primary School in Francistown. So we weren't really allowed to do, like, I guess it wasn't very liberal as it is now, but I don't think it is in government schools generally so far, unless you're like in senior school. Yeah, so relaxing our hair. So I experienced like doing and relaxing my hair. And for anyone who doesn't know what that means, is applying chemical to your natural hair to make it straight, I guess, or straighten it out for the time. And then after some time, your natural hair will creep up, and we call it growth. We call it growth, and in vernacular, if at all you have a lot of that. And that's something that I'll share more of when I talk about my uni experience with my hair. Yeah, so that was fun. So by the time I got to senior school, my hair was quite long, and the same thing continued in terms of growing out my hair and keeping it in relaxed form. So I was a relaxed Han for, I think, bulk of my, I guess, childhood. Once I started growing my hair, and my teenage years all the way up to when I started uni. So when we got to university, I think that's where things started getting quite interesting, because I guess I'd say that I was, trying to discover myself, and what more of hair to help you self-express, right? So I think when uni started, I liked doing switch. So that's like lift and drain. I usually struggle to find it on Pinterest even. But where you plait a bit and then you leave some of your hair out, and I'm actually going to get that as my next hairstyle. So watch this space. I'm hoping that the ladies I use, and do check out their number in the description box, the lady I use will know to do the old school switch and not the, I guess, in fashion type where you do knotless and then curl them at the end. Not that, right? So the nice bulky one. And I know it's hot and it's counterproductive, Gorata, but I think that's the hairstyle I want because it's quite light, so I can hold it up in a cute bun when I do get it. But I digress. So uni, I loved doing switch, and then I think second year I got into a phase of wearing weaves. And bear in mind, I'm in university and I don't have money to be buying like a proper full-on Brazilian, right? So the alternative at the time was synthetic weave-ons. And if you are watching this as a gentleman and you're wondering, Gorata, what is a weave-on? A weave-on is basically I guess the weft of the hair is sewn onto your head, right? It actually even sounds crazy the more I say it out loud. But I got into that phase, and I think to make this these videos interesting, or this particular video interesting, I will look for the pictures and put my uni pictures as I go along this chat, right? So the weave period and the switch, I think I'll find something from 2013, 2017 on my Google Photos. Yeah, so I got into my weave stage, and you know, you'd think that at the time the aspiration would be, once I get money, I'm going to start wearing proper Brazilian weaves, because the challenge with synthetic weaves is that, one, they shed a lot, if I could say that, because it's poor quality anyway, so it sheds, and then also it doesn't look as nice. Like in pictures it probably looked cute, but it just didn't feel nice like on my head, you know. It doesn't flow as nice or as accurately as real hair should. But then there was this one time when we traveled with my family, and I got a pixie. Oh ma'am, this lady who did my weave-ons, I'll also leave her number in the chat or in the description box as well, because I still do have her number. And yeah, she got me this cute pixie. I'll look for the picture and put it here. And that was fun, right? That was so much fun. I should consider that given how hot it is. Wow, guys. But you know, the only challenge I think with weaves or weave-ons is that at some point you just get tired of it being on your head, and it's not a good idea in summer as well, right? Because you're going to burn and sweat, and it will get smelly under there, so no. So I got through that stage. I remember I got this cute one for like 400 at BBS that made me feel like Tyra Banks. That was so much fun. Like, it really looked cute in pictures. I'll look for the picture and put it here as well. So that was uni. And also what was happening during university as well, I think also the reason why I started doing weaves is because I started keeping my natural hair, right? And in keeping my natural hair, I got to explore and get to know my hair. So that's when I mastered, like mastery, I'll tell you that. Because by the time I started working, even with my natural hair, I was a proper sensei when it came to doing my knots. Because people would ask me and say, did you go perm your hair? But I did it at home just before bed, right? So I kept my natural hair, and the journey was so much fun then, and I wish, I should have just kept on with it. But I think with the natural hair journey, and I think feeding into the story, there were points where I'd get so frustrated and I'm like, you know what, especially when I started working, because it needs and requires a lot of attention, right? Which, when life is lifing, I couldn't really give it that much time. And I'll talk about it when I get there, right? Yeah, so fast forward and we're getting there. I don't want to make this too long. So natural hair. So by the time I start working, I still have my natural hair and I'm still wearing weaves. So the story about how I bought my first Peruvian bundles, and it was the time where closures, I guess, let me not say the time when closures, but when now they're starting to get revealed to me at the time. And it was just a matter of, wow, I'm going to have the nice hair that I want. And a story time. So this was when I was working in Francistown, I think 2018. Bulk of 2018, and I got my bundles. I bought them from Halo Crowns. You can check them out on Facebook. They still do the same business. Consistency, guys, consistency is the consistency for me, and it's grown beautifully. So I bought my bundles and so excited. I found a girl, Hanuko Francistown, who can actually weave it on, because I think I was a weave girl. I was never really a wig hun in my natural hair journey. So I find her, I go do it, and let me be honest, like every time I wore a weave, I'd just have this weird confrontational feeling in my gut. Why are you wearing another woman's hair? Like, why are you doing this? Actually quite silly, and not to make a mockery of anyone, but those are the thoughts and the chats that would happen, and that would be happening in my mind, right? And guys, as I think this is just the detour, we're going to be here for a while. So I think the first clip before I went to get my rings was 10 minutes, and we're at 10 minutes, so 20 minutes in. So this is going to be a full video, and I think I'm not even going to push it that much, because I got the title. I'm going to title it Midweek Shenanigans, because that's pretty much what it is. But my first sit down and almost a day in my life type energy. We'll see where the title goes. All right. So where was I? First weave working hun, but let me tell you what I was working as at the time. So I'm buying a whole weave. I'm not even front client facing, right? So I'm buying this weave to look nice for myself, type thing. And at the time I was working as a bulk teller, and a bulk teller is basically a teller but for businesses, right, within the bank. And so it's cash management duties, and cash management being a fancy term that I would use and to describe counting money, right? So I think that was the job. And I remember how when we were doing induction, they described, just got a ball of hair come out there. They described money in the sense as paper, that it's literally just stationery, and to kind of get you in that headspace of just not even thinking about it from that way, so that you don't even get thoughts of stealing the money. Just as a by the way, that's what I worked as in Francistown, I think for a whole year. I think a full year before I came back to Gabs. So that was me. And I lived in Tanota, so that was me waking up looking all pretty. And in terms of how you'd dress up going to work, you could wear jeans and a t-shirt. It was very chilled because you work in a very secluded area anyways, right? And you wear jeans, and you had like proper boots. Like it felt like I was going to the mine. So I'm wearing my boots, I'm wearing my jeans, chilling, right? But with a weave. imagine. And I got a 14, I think I got 2 bundles of 14 and a 16 inch and a 12-inch closure, something like that. And it was nice, guys. It was really nice. And I think the key thing about weaves and wigs is they just they make your pictures look so beautiful. Like, imagine brown skin queen honey with a 14-inch Peruvian body weave. Crazy. But similarly, like, I think going back, I feel like I'm using big, like, formal English, but going back to just being here, right? Yeah, just thinking about how I'd feel when I'm wearing a weave. It's always just felt like so uncomfortable, if I was to describe it as such, and uncomfortable from the lens of, why am I wearing someone else's hair? And thank you to all the ladies who, I guess, cut and sell their hair. But it, like, for me, it didn't sit very well, and that struggle continued on, I think, even as I continued in my past 6 years of working, right? And I think maybe just to stay on the weave story before I move on to the next phase, would be how I think that was my first one. And even I think when the wig craze started, I bought a wig, was it last year? Yes, I bought a wig last year. Oh my god. And once I got over it, I was like, I gave it to my little sister. Take. Still bought it from Halo Crowns as well. I'm a loyal customer. But anyways, yeah, so I think for weaves, I got over that phase. But it's just a thing of, I will probably one day hop back onto that bandwagon. But I think the reason for this rant or this ramble today, talking about my hair story, is when will that day come where, as young Black women, we are able to just stay with our hair, cute as it is dyed, by the way. It looks so pretty. I wish it could just stay like this without me not having to manipulate it. And I think that's where the struggle is, to say that, like, even for my story, we aren't taught, or we don't learn techniques from a very young age on how to take care of our hair. And I think that's where it starts. And kudos to all the moms who are teaching their children how to take care of their hair, even as young as they are, and teaching from the lens of keeping the natural hair and learning how to take care of their hair for them, and getting them to a place of recognizing that, oh, you can actually just stay with your hair, and get to that place where doing your braids every other month, or getting a weave or a wig, is something that you only do on occasion. Only on occasion. Like having to only go, like, get my hair done when I'm going for a wedding or going for a ceremony, or going, just for that. And every other time you're just there with your hair. So I'm almost done, almost halfway. Like, see, quite efficient. And it's quite efficient because I did twist outs, so they're very easy to undo. Just go like that. And I could pull it out, but I had it for 2 months, so it's like now held onto my hair. But funny story, quick 2-minute sermon. We're at like 17:50, so 2 minutes, right? Pastor Tony Evans talked about waiting in God, right? And he described how waiting can be likened to I guess how hair is plaited, right? And you see what I was talking about, to say that even as I twist it out, I can't really pull it apart because my hair and the braid have become almost one. They've become besties. So similarly, in our walk with God, when we wait in God, it means tied in and staying for the whole time without going anywhere else until we can't differentiate between the braid and the hair, and in this case God and you. And boom, sermon based off of Jeremiah 43 verse 18 and 19. No, and they that wait on the Lord, I think 40 verse 30. I will check it and I'll put it here, but I know it's not 43. I think it's Jeremiah 40 verse 30. But back to my history. So I think I'm just gonna make this I'm gonna continue for 10 more minutes and stop. But I am enjoying long form content, guys. Oh my word, let me just tell you that. Let me tell you the truth. Outside of just the trauma of exporting and uploading, I really love it here. I love being able to be expressive and share, right? But just to continue on, and the key reason why I have you here, on the hair front. So yeah, so fast forward into my work journey. And maybe I have to dial back to the day I actually did locks for the first time. And I think this was when I worked at Student Center. This was in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2017. Like the last quarter of the year. I was going to say final quarter, but final quarter of 2017, worked at Student Center as a service consultant, and I got locks. I think at the time I spent $900, and you know the way you make it logical, you make it make sense. You're like, no, I'm gonna spend this 900 pula, and then I'm gonna keep this hair for like 5 months, and I won't have to spend on hair. I'm gonna save money, etc., right? You make it make sense for yourself. So I did that, got locks, and I enjoyed the experience fully, and that's where my lock journey started. I will find the picture and put it here for when my locks journey started. And I think from there on, I just started getting locks. I think when I couldn't afford locks, I'd just get twist outs. I remember when I was in Francistown, before I bought my Peruvian, I had locks at some point, right? So for my locks journey, I kind of also, I will share the lady I do my locks with. Her name is Rubina. So since 2017, she was holding your girl up because so reliable in terms of the quality of her craft, if I was to describe it as such. And yeah, so I did that for a while until COVID hit. So when COVID came, I had my locks, I think, and you know that they actually get nicer the longer you have them without renewing. Very cute when renewed, but I like the crustiness of it when they're not renewed. Yeah, so I during COVID I decided, you know what, I'm gonna cut my hair. I'm gonna starting over. Oh, ma'am, let me tell you, I'll find the picture. Cut my hair, felt very cute. I'll put it over there. And literally, this is during lockdown, so there's no way to go. I found scissors in the house, skin nail, chop, and did my hair. And I had to find someone to fix it, I guess, obviously, because it's uneven the way that I cut it. And then I was just a short hair girly. But let me tell you my story, because now this girl, same girl, after I cut my hair, am I not now starting to use rice water? Am I not starting to use like all the hair remedies that you'll find here on YouTube? This girl over here, I want to use that as a picture. This girl over here decides to start using rice water to grow out her hair, start her natural hair journey again. Let's go greasy. Yeah, I do that again, and eventually when my hair grows out, I go back to my locks, and I think that lived on until last year when I got married. I got married with my locks. Yes, actually. So I signed and did the whole mahadi with my locks, and then for the white wedding I took them out. And then a new struggle started this year. I think when I got married, I was like, okay, Gorata, I'm married, a whole new girly. What's the look? And then I decided, great, I'm gonna do Masai Twists, and these are like super thin twists that are done by these cool men. I'm not sure if I have the number, but I'll also share the picture, and if you're feeling that, you can go do it, but it's pricey, right? So I go do that at the beginning of the year. I'm like, okay, this is the look of the girl who is now in a new season. That didn't last, hey? And I think for me with my hair, once I've done something and I realize, this is off-brand, it's not me, it's not who I am, I'm going to take it out, right? So I think I kept that, and then obviously this is me with my natural hair. And then sometime in May, June, I think that's when I got off social media completely. I relaxed my hair. Yep, I relaxed my hair and I colored it as well. And this was leading up to a new season where I was about to start my new job. So I was like, I'm gonna color my hair, I'm gonna keep my hair natural until next year, May. I'm not gonna do anything else on it. I'm just going to keep it as is. Am I not undoing my hair right now? And I think I always laugh with my husband when I come to those kind of do or die moments where you're like, it's this or nothing. I'm gonna keep my hair, nothing else until next year. He would laugh at me because he knows that I'm gonna go back on that word, especially when it comes to my hair. So so I relaxed my hair and colored my hair, kept it. I had fun, like on my birthday it was colored, cute short hair. It almost even looked like a wig. Alright, so I had fun with that, and then I was like, oh no. And my hairdresser, like the time where I went to wash it, because I had to go back because I colored it to wash it, he was like, you need to plait your hair, right? You can't just keep it. And this was during winter, so it made sense as to why he was saying that. I think I'm gonna try finish doing my hair in this video. So in that event he's like, you need to do your hair. I'm like, no, I want to keep my hair out until next year. That's the plan. That's why I even came to relax my hair here, my guy. So that happens, and I think my little sister went to one of the ladies it's Lucia's salon in KB Mall. Basically, that's where I do my hair, but I'll share the specific lady I use. I think this was holidays leading up to, was it July? Yeah, that's when I was like, no, I have to go do my hair. We're traveling, we're gonna go see my grandparents, and I always want to look so nice for my grandma, because we can't be out here with crusty hair. So so I do knotless braids. I'll also try to find that picture. Do knotless braids, and ma'am, was I not so happy because they were finished like in record time, like in good time. I went there in the morning, and I think by 10 they were done, and we were able to drive out to Mahalape. So that was very, very refreshing. And that was July this year. And then fast forward to now, I have been using the same lady, I think since July when I relaxed my hair, and it's been fun. Like, even with the twist starts that I had, I really enjoyed them. I'm almost done, but let me not kill and take your time. And maybe just to wrap up this video, in terms of my hair journey. There's a fly on the window. So yeah, oh, it's gone out, thank God. So yeah, so my hair journey has been quite interesting, to say the least. And what's next? Isn't it always so frustrating? I don't know if it's only just me, having to choose what you're gonna do on your hair. But even when I decided to undo my hair now, I was like, but Gorata, you could start a challenge. It's always nice, like the word challenge challenges me to keep consistency. I'm like, you could start a challenge and keep your hair until the end of November. Okay, not end of November, let's just say for a month, like a whole month of not doing my hair, right? So I'm like, okay, let's try that. And in terms of hair care, what I use is, because I haven't done my hair in so long, I forget the brand. But I will share it in the description box, right? But I love their products. I think, what are they called? Natural hair. I forget completely, or I forgot completely. But yes, what I was gonna say is, why not make it a challenge, Gorata, and keep your hair out for the next 30 days? Yeah, so I might just do that, and check in November to tell you how the challenge went. But otherwise, how has your hair story been? What is your hair story? What is the relationship you have with your hair? And what did you think of this video? My midweek shenanigans. It'll probably go live tonight at like 6:30, but I'm gonna try it the same day. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in to my midweek shenanigan. If you're only joining me for the first time, please do hit that subscription button and notification bell so that you get notified when these shenanigan videos go up, most especially. But otherwise, new videos every Monday, 6 p.m. Central African time. And I need to work on a system to make sure that indeed at 6 it's ready to go live. But otherwise, have an amazing rest of the week and see you guys next week, Monday. I was tempted to make this my next video, but I'm gonna post it today, because that's not the type of content, that's not the kind of content. Next video for next week, just as a teaser, I will be doing a couch conversation, and on my heart was to talk about dating, but we'll see if that is what we want to talk about, but also forgiveness. This is me just thinking out loud, but we'll see where the spirit leads. But otherwise, have an amazing rest of your weekend. And closing line, may God's favor locate you, and may His grace sustain you throughout the rest of the weekend. Be blessed.